Yeah, welcome to the dojo, baby, man. Have no fear, TyKwonDoe is here. Listen, we got an elite level of game to break down for y'all today in this video. As y'all know, if you're not new here, I'm the sensei TyKwonDoe. We go deep, not wide. We you know what I'm saying? We send the Dooney demons to Dooney land in the back of the Dooney van straight to the gulag. We got a special video today. So I seen this video, somebody sent it to me. It was like, hey, watch this guy, you know, St. John in these interviews. You know, I think it'd be a good reaction to break down. As y'all know, I look at my DMs on Patreon, Instagram, etc. So I check it out and I was surprised. I'm not even gonna lie. I was surprised at what I saw. Rarely do I ever see someone put on a master class of game. This video is not going to be the, oh, hey, I want to approach her and get her number, or hey, I want to get her to like me. This video is going to be how you handle an interaction from a place of using your substance, using non-verbals during the interaction, using your voice, and combining that with how you lead it, because this is one of the most important parts, how you lead it to where you want, and guiding the conversation in a way that your flirting and seduction and your charisma is all working together at once. And this video is going to be a perfect breakdown for it. Now, I'm about to jump into a sponsorship with Teach Henley in this video, but we're going to come right back to it and break this down. Y'all know I'm a dating coach. Y'all know I'm a life coach. Well, guess what? I got some special, unique advice for the day. Y'all, as y'all know, first impressions is important. So you go to approach a woman, you talking to a woman in person, you want her to notice one special thing about you. You want her to notice how clear your skin is, how vibrant your skin look, how good you look as a, you want her to be sitting there staring at your face saying, can't wait to get my hands on this man. And if you're a woman watching this, even better. Because one of the most beautiful things a woman can have is some glowing skin, some beautiful, pretty skin. So guess what we got for y'all today? A beautiful sponsored video by Teach Henley. Shout out to their product, man. Listen, I also made sure of this. As y'all know, my integrity is one of my most important things, as you know, me representing on any platform that I am on. And with my integrity being so important, I made sure, listen, I gave them a hard time. I said, listen, I'm not gonna use your product or put it in the video unless I get to use it myself. So I gave them a hard time. They sent me out a whole box. You know, I had the daily face wash, I had the 2 times a week exfoliator, the AM moisturizer, you know what I'm saying, you want that sunscreen on so the sun isn't, you know, just killing your skin, and the night moisturizer. I also had an upgraded one, so it gave me like some product for my eyes, and even a toner to make sure my skin complexion was evened out and my skin was even out. And I can confidently say, after, you know, holding it back for a month, giving Teach Henley a hard time, I can confidently back their product. You know what I'm saying? I can 100% make sure that I'm up here saying that this is something that I've tried. And for me, with the first thing I noticed that it did for my skin, within the first couple of days, not even just a week, but in the first couple of days, it just started to even out some of the bumps I got. Now, I know my skin looks good, right? But y'all never noticed the little tiny details of the bumps where, you know, my skin might break out, might be uneven here and there. But perfect time to test the product and see what it's about. And I can say I will be using this, I will be buying it more. So on top of that, I want to finish it by giving a big shout out to Teach Henley. I appreciate y'all. And because Teach Henley is sponsoring today's video, the dojo, they're offering my viewers, our community, a great special deal. Just click the link in the description, and it should be in the comments as well, and you'll get a 30% off your first box. Yes, sirski. Plus a free gift. You don't want to miss out on this amazing deal, man. Make sure y'all click that link. And if it don't think it's too complicated for you, you know what I'm saying? The product even comes with an explanation, tells you what to use and when to use it. So don't be scared, don't be shy. Well, I never tried skincare. Today's your day, my boy. Teach Henley X Dojo sponsorship. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to everyone I spoke to. Shout out to everyone that got me involved in this. I love y'all. Dojo to the moon to Saturn, and we leaving the solar system. This wouldn't be possible without y'all, man. Let's hop right into the video. All right, now that we back, let's get right to it. So I'm gonna listen. I know y'all usually don't like, oh, Ty, stop pausing the video. Please stop pausing it. Why you pause it? This is gonna be one of those videos where I'm gonna have to pause something as soon as I see it, explain it, break it down, and then let it keep playing, because there's so much time packed that I don't want y'all to miss anything. Let's hop right into it.
So there's a few lyrics that I really want to talk to you about. So this is unselfish.
Yeah.
And you go, and I quote, I wish we were both somebody else so you wouldn't be somebody else's. I don't want to lay here by myself. Ain't afraid to say I'm selfish.
The lyric is actually, I wish we were both somebody else. So
Now watch this. Already. Now listen. If you've seen the Kevin Gates video I did, I think the Kevin Gates, the Prince video are the two best examples I can think of. But also notice this. Pay attention to this, right? She asked him a question about his lyrics. Him adding definition and meaning to what the lyric is and then applying it. Notice how it makes her more curious about him. It makes her ask more questions. He uses it to make her laugh, smile. And notice how she's really zooming into his soul when he talks. That's another thing too. Notice what a woman does when you talk. Is she showing interest? Is she focused on you? Is she quiet when you're talking? Is she asking you questions? Notice these things, and I'm also break down on how his explanation went deep, not why, and how it made her want to ask more. Watch
we
this.
wouldn't be somebody else's. The lyric is actually, I wish we were both somebody else so we wouldn't be somebody else's. It's not that she left, it's we belong to other people. So I wish this was a different set of circumstances so that maybe we could end up where we both wanted to be.
Yeah.
You get me?
I do.
All right.
Okay.
You got a boyfriend?
Now watch this. Now listen. I know y'all hear what I'm playing. I'm gonna pause this shit a million times, dog. Now listen, watch this. He wasn't done playing with the food yet. He wanted to send her straight to the gulag. Hey. Now listen. He wasn't even done yet. He said, "Do you get me?" Now listen, he paying attention. And what he also picked up on, you could tell in her facial expression, she kind of got it, but she didn't fully get it. And even if she didn't, right? He about to use that to spin off into something deeper. Also asking the question, do she got a boyfriend? Finding it out during the interview. And watch how this gets spun back later during this conversation. This is about to be deep, man.
No, I'm currently single. Thank you.
Publicly, Carter, she's single. Send all inquiries to her email.
See, now listen. It's like he subtly was asking to know, shifts it back to y'all sliding her DMs, and then watch how it turns back, man. This shit.
Jump in her DM right now, right?
But it's about to tie into the question. So it's like, was he really asking because he wanted to know, or was he asking because he was about to make a point from what he was explaining? But by him flirting and playing with it in between, it's like a dance. It's like more exciting for her because it's like can't really read him.
Please don't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, imagine you had a boyfriend. I'm sure.
Boom, brings it right back from all that playing, all that fun, right into a serious tone.
You've had a boyfriend before, or maybe you had a girlfriend. Who the fuck knows? I don't know.
No.
No girls.
No girls.
Okay.
Everybody's sad now.
Right. So, imagine you had a.
Gotta play with the fire a little bit, see what she into. He left it open. Listen, I'm telling you, I'm only pausing this shit so much because there's so much to unpack. Notice how he also lightly, he's very non-reactive. So he was asking her that lightly, like I don't know, have you ever had a girlfriend? But it almost sets this condition that he's not aggressively asking. He's not asking in a way that's super nosy and picky and pervasive and abrasive. Like, have you ever had a girlfriend? He said, I don't know, maybe you've had one, maybe you didn't. Oh, okay, all right, cool. It's just this cool demeanor, cool composure and poise that he has, which also invites her to be more open and willing to share information. Because it's like, just imagine when somebody asks you something, right? And based on how they approach you about it, you might be like, the fuck? Their whole delivery to the question offended you so much that you don't even want to answer the question. Meanwhile, they ask it in such a subtle light. Do you really like, no? And you go, nah, not really. So you follow the energy and tone that they set.
Boyfriend,
Yeah.
and I had a girlfriend, but we came here and there was an energy, and you liked it. You were like, yo, I'm into this. I like all this chocolate and cheetah shit. This Nicaraguan cigar smoking, I can get used to this. Imagine that, right? Okay. Let's pretend like that's not the truth, right?
Ah!
And
yo, listen. She couldn't even not hold the laugh in. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna stop pausing. Play that part one more time.
This Nicaraguan cigar smoking, I can get used to this. Imagine.
Nigga describes himself in the event. Look at her face.
Right?
Okay.
Let's pretend like that's not the truth, right? All right? And imagine I had a girl. I'm like, I like all this Kenyan activity and
this dude. Listen, dog. I need to talk to this man, bro. I listen. I only seen few people really be this good, bro. A select few people had this elite level of conversational game, and not just be basic in what they talk about, or not be able to control a dynamic to where it's too serious. It's not funny. It's flirting, but it's not like they just can play with a situation like this, bro. I love this, man. I love this, dog. It's like watching Michael Jordan play, bro.
I had a girl. I'm like, I like all this Kenyan activity and this long hair and this nude dress, but we can't engage. There's nothing we could do. We're not supposed to. We agreed to a different set of circumstances. We would sing Selfish. I wish we were both somebody else, so we wouldn't be somebody else's. You understand?
I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So all that no, just look at his face. You know he felt like he just hit a whole half court shot. Now listen, I told y'all to pay attention from how he was describing the scenario to further explain the lyric, but also playing into like his flirting, into his seduction, into applying pressure, making it relevant between them two. Because a lot of y'all will talk and have conversations with women, or maybe you're a woman watching this and you'll have a conversation with a guy, and it's about the most random irrelevant shit ever. Or maybe y'all are having a good conversation, but you're not tying it and connecting it between the two people involved in the conversation in a way that's playful, light, and has some substance to it that means something to the other person you're talking to. A lot of y'all focus on what y'all say to people, but a lot of times it's what you'll say to that. It's what you're saying and what it will do for them that really moves people. So I can give an example of that. I like I said, I plan to go even more deeper on the Patreon, because a lot of Patreon content it's highly focused and deep. And with this video, I try to cover multiple different things at once, so not to make it too long and too wordy and all this extra stuff. But we're gonna keep going. He's really good at tying it into what he's saying and making it relevant and connecting it between them two.
Okay. All right. There's some more.
It's like the first part of the reaction. Let's keep going.
I listen to the album a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
Look at this.
All right. There's some more. I listen to the album a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
Now I would say that she's a little bit more awkward. Not even a little bit. She's a lot more awkward and like quirky. I think that I listen, lady. Excuse me, ma'am. If you're watching this, I'll just speak my mind. I you know what I'm saying. I'm just being honest. I think she's from like Germany, so I don't know that they're a very charismatic city type of people in Germany. But her personality compared to Brittany Renner versus the the conversation you've seen with that Brittany Renner Kevin Gates interview. You saw that Brittany Renner was very flirtatious and playing back and forth, and it was a lot of chemistry that seemed to be going back and forth between them. Whereas though her chemistry is like is there, but it's subtle. Again, look, St. John laughing and smiling because he just got it.
Okay, this is
smiling. Do you know what's going on in his head right now? I'm the fucking man. I'm Timothy Chalamet, Hemi Turner, Ben Hemmons, Joel Embiid, Kim Jong-un, Jimi Hendrix.
God bless the internet.
Yeah, I got a girlfriend.
So this, I want to skip this because I don't want the video to get copyrighted. But I'm about to skip to the timestamp 2021. Watch this.
Well, first of all, comparing your girlfriend and the side chick with cable and Wi-Fi, that's just, I don't know, that's just mean somehow. That kind of hurt me, man. I was like,
so again, asking him more about the lyrics. Now watch how he spins this off into substance and into like flirting. Oh, also one thing I want to touch on that I didn't point out in the first half, and I don't want to get too lost in like the context of the video, that I missed the non-verbal things. Notice his tone of voice. Pay attention. Y'all got to pay attention to these things, because as you watch this during this interaction, then when you go in to interact with another person yourself, you can say, okay, what am I doing? Because a lot of times our non-verbal things we do while we talk, we are not aware of. We don't know what we look like when we're talking to other people, because maybe we're nervous, maybe we're all in our thoughts and in our head. So we're not consciously paying attention to ourselves, nor have you probably ever thought to yourself, how do I want to express myself when I'm communicating? Do I want to move my body more? Is it bad to have my hands in my pockets? Like we aren't aware of these things, nor do we put too much attention in them because it's just out of habit. It just happens naturally. So a lot of times we may not notice that we're talking very fast, or we're talking super slow, or we're talking in a way where people have to, what? So we're not very aware of what we're doing when we're communicating. So the things I want to point out is his tone of voice is very clear and consistent. He's not rushing his words. He's not talking super slow. He is on the slower side of speech, like speed, but it's not super slow where it's like, oh my God, I'm about to fall asleep listening to this dude talk. But also the bass that he plays with in his voice, the eye contact, how he's making sure, like when he's looking at her, he also leans in when he talks too. Y'all got to notice that too. He may lean in, lean back, turn sideways, faces her, etc. All these things add up during
like, goddamn, and you're cheating. So
this motherfucker gonna forget that this is an interview. You know what I'm saying?
You know, is there actually a significant other, if I may ask?
Right now? No.
Oh, so currently
Told y'all that she was gonna come back.
single. Slide in the DM. Slide in the.
Whoa. I told you I'm in a relationship with myself, and I get jealous.
So you cheat?
On myself?
No, when you're with your significant other. And why can't?
Again, look at this. Y'all know this ain't got shit to do with no mother. This ain't got nothing to do with an interview. This has nothing to do with an interview, a professional interview with a rapper. She off the rails right now. She asking for her own interests. And if you don't pick up on how people will subtly, during conversations, ask something, I'm telling y'all. I told y'all this video is going to be deep and it's not going to be some surface level bullshit. I want y'all to pay attention to this. I'm about to drop something on y'all. When someone asks you a question, if you are aware enough, educated enough, and I have a high enough power level in the dojo, right? You got your black belt. You know what I'm saying? You got your katanas. You strapped like that, right? When someone asks you a question, you can dissect why they asked it, what they're looking for, why they asked you specifically, what they were alluding to or trying to get to by asking that question. And all of this will stick out more than your answer to the question. And if you want to go back and play that one more time, you want to go back 10 seconds, 15 seconds, do what you got to do. Because I just dropped a lot on y'all. Through one question that any person asks you, I'm not even making it relative into this video. Through one question that a person asks you, you can inquire all that information, catch that instantly. Now you go in your kitchen. You know what I'm saying? You chop it up. You cook up your next reply or your answer to what they just asked you in a way that lets them know you read between the lines. You subconsciously understand what's going on by them asking that or what they were implying or trying to lead to, or because a lot of times, especially with women or people in general, I want to emphasize the people in general part because a lot of people have these subtle subliminal social cues or ways of communicating where they aren't very direct and clear and concise about what they're trying to say. So you want to get very good at picking up on the small details. Why did they say is instead of was? Why did they say we instead of me or you instead of us? And you see what I'm saying? So when you pick up on these little things, you start to read between the lines and you start to really grasp what they meant by what they said rather than taking what they said as literal for what it meant. And I'm telling you, when you get good at that, that's when you start to really build chemistry in conversations. That's when you start to really read people really well. Like I can do this instinctively. And I can do this so well that I can guide a conversation in a way where I'm throwing in what I want to say. I'm playing the mind games, not in a manipulative, dark, psychological way, but in a way that I'm showing the other person that I'm paying attention, that I understand them, that I'm seeing them for who they really are and not who they're trying to show me that they are or who they think they are. And I'm really seeing to their soul. But I hit y'all with a lot. Like I said, we're going to follow up with this on Patreon to really go in depth on that leading the interaction stuff. Drop comments that y'all have in the comment section because I do read it and I do be curious about, when I go in depth on these videos to break other stuff down. Let's get right back to it.
Cable and Wi-Fi.
I've had indiscretion because you need both. Imagine your life without. First of all, Wi-Fi doesn't exist without cable.
This is true.
You can't have Wi-Fi.
Now listen, she laughing, but he's trying to explain this because she's trying to imply monogamy here versus polygamy or open relationships, and her distrust for it, like compared to how he thinks about it, and she's trying to figure out how he thinks and get to understand that.
But okay,
you ought to notice that through that question.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I need both.
A side chick and a main. A side chick and a main chick.
I'm just saying I need Wi-Fi and cable. You interpret that how you please. I said it. I think if you like Wi-Fi, and I think of her like cable. You get what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying. I don't know. I'm a strong believer in monogamy, so I'm kind of like
Okay, hold on. Let's talk about monogamy.
Now catch this. Why would it matter if she didn't like him? Why would it matter if she wasn't interested? You see what I'm saying? And that's why I told y'all. So a lot, like my high school, right? During high school, I had a little bit of reputation of being a player, or a fuckboy, as they used to say. Just messing with a lot of different chicks, flirting, just doing dumb shit like that, right? Like, who is high school? Who, you know what I'm saying? I was a good looking dude. I did what I want. I did what I wanted. I'm just being real. Now, however, one of the things that I always noticed was there would be women who would be like, oh, I heard X, Y, and Z rumor about you. Or I thought you were this. And what I would never click back then, but I was starting to catch on to is the fact that, why do you care? Why does my reputation or who people think I am matter to you? That's because there was a certain level of interest there. Because guess what? A woman who doesn't care wouldn't care. If that makes sense to y'all. So for her to bring this up and I don't like that. Well, why do you care? You care for a reason. So read between the lines and catch that.
No,
y'all.
we're not. No, I
Yeah,
catch that.
monogamy.
People would never just come out and be like, oh, I'm attracted to you and it really bothers me that blank, 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 blank. They won't do that shit. They would say, people, I'm telling y'all, catch up on this shit in real life. Y'all see.
We could come back to look, let's live our lives. Let's be as free as we want.
This is a part here. This is a part here.
Okay, hold on. Let's talk about monogamy.
No, we're not. No.
Let's talk about monogamy. Now watch this.
Yeah, let's talk about monogamy. We could come back to look, let's live our lives. Let's be as free as we want to be.
Okay, fine.
Oh my God. Dog, I could make, listen, I'm about to go in. Let me not even overreact. Watch this. So not only pay attention to how when she was like, all that moving, no. He calmed it down. He brought it to this level. Watch this.
Okay, hold on. Let's talk about monogamy.
No, we're not. No,
let's talk about monogamy. We could come back to look.
Yeah, let's talk about monogamy. We could come back. So to counteract that hype reaction, like that squilly kind of reaction that she had, he countered it with a firm, soothing, light. No, come on, like you know what I'm saying, like a
look. Let's live our lives. Let's be.
That delivery is important. It wasn't. No, I want to talk about this. He didn't go. No, I wanted to. Like he didn't aggressively do it, or he didn't weirdly say, well, I still want to talk. No, he said, no, come on, let's just. So pay attention to that delivery then watch this. Watch specifically what he says.
As free as we want to be.
Okay.
Let's be as. It looked her dead in her eyes, her soul, and said, let's be as free as we want to be. Now, and she says, okay, instantly. Oh, after all that, no, you instantly say okay. Let's take a step back, right? This is where I'm really about to hit the nail. This is where I'm really about to pin the tail on the donkey, right? And the reason why I love this video so much, I'm just talking so much and breaking so much shit down, is because when he did this part right here, right? This showed an elite level of game. Something that I rarely ever see in any other interaction I've ever broken down on the internet, or even people in real life in general. But I'm gonna give y'all this. I'm gonna spill y'all this right here for free, right? As a man dealing with another person, right? And then we're gonna tie it back into a man dealing with a woman, etc. A woman dealing with a man, etc. Right? People have things that limit them. Such as it could be a part of their religion, their upbringing, etc. Their job, their schedule, their lifestyle, the position and role that they play in society. They may be the oldest sibling, the youngest, the uncle, whatever. All of these roles, positions, titles, and where we fit in society brings, limitations, things that we are responsible for, etc. The point I'm making is that when you as a man come into a person's life and you bring them freedom, you bring them the acknowledgement of the wild side, which has been caged up, locked away, told that it's bad for them, told that they shouldn't be like that, they shouldn't do this, they need to do all the rules that they get in their daily life, and you're the one thing that brings them the freedom, the escape, the light in the darkness. That is one of the most powerfully seductive things you can ever be for a human being. Not even just from a man to a woman, but for a human being. You are an outlet for them. You are an escape from you are their drug. You are their hobby. You are they cut you up like my dog Steve said. They cut you up on the table and snort the drug of me. Cause listen, you give them a feeling like I said, notice how quickly she said okay. On a deeper level, right? You are like quenching that thirst or that hunger or that appetite, which is never fed. Because so many people are just basic. They ain't in the dojo. They don't got their black belt. They ain't certified masters of the game. They ain't, you know what I'm saying? So they don't go deep. They go wide. As I break all this shit down in my videos, I don't even like to talk about the same things. I like to expand. With that being said, a lot of times the reason I win with women is because she's used to defending dudes who want to know what she does, how old she is, her birthday, her favorite color, and I'm coming from a different land. I'm attacking the side wall. Matter of fact, I'm going through the front door. She's used to do trying to climb through the window, trying to sneak and lie their way in, and I'm a man who's clear, concise, free. I do what I want, say what I want, I think what I want, and I'm a man who knows himself and is one with himself. She's not used to interacting with men like this. And when she interacts with a man like that, when you become that level of yourself, interaction like this, flirting and seducing, is just a side effect of you. It becomes second nature. You'll have to choose not to do it because it becomes so normal who you are. And when he just handled this situation like that, that's when I literally knew he was one of them dudes, man. He was one of them dudes. He was a different animal, but the same beast.
Fine.
So shout out to St. John, man.
You believe in monogamy?
I do.
Catch this.
Free we want.
Oh, we're not. No, I still have
Let's
a
talk
few.
about monogamy. We could come back to look. Let's live our lives. Let's be as free as we want to be.
Okay, fine.
You believe in monogamy?
I do.
Tell me why.
Before he even counters what she's gonna say, he said, "Tell me why." And then, listen, I'm telling you that. Tell me why even expands on. All right, let me see what she says. Let me see where she's at. Fill it out more, and then I can know what to say, even more impactful and effective to who this woman is in front of me.
I don't know. I think it's just something
A lot of y'all just talk at women. Y'all throw words at them. Y'all just talk, but you're not paying attention.
that it started when I watched a documentary about penguins.
Jesus Christ.
And when penguins decide to be together, they stay together for forever till one of them dies. And that just kind of did it for me. I don't know why. Don't look at me like I'm crazy.
Watch this. She just literally let that out. Oh, let me fix my camera. Mama, fix my camera. There we go. So this part is important right here. I need to pay attention to this. She just shared that with him, right? Now, with the way and how clear that answer was, she already knew what she wanted to say. So her hesitating lets you know that she was like, should I say this or should I not? But she felt comfortable enough to share it. So she did, right? She shares that. Instantly, he didn't even react. His face straight as fuck. Now me personally, I either would have laughed or I would have been looking at her like, you know what I'm saying? But he muted his reaction. Kept a straight face, was very neutral. And watch how he's about to reply to her to where he's actually not even like shaming her or judging her through his reaction, because that's what I wanted to point out here. His reaction didn't tell her that he's judging her or shaming her, which she said was dumb or weird or crazy. His reaction was neutral, and then even how he's about to reply to it is about to bring it back down. All this like the way she just reacted and outburst laughing is embarrassment. Not embarrassed in a way where she's like, oh no, like, but it's like, oh, that was dumb. All right, what I said was just random as fuck, and it was. But the way he reacts gives her a sort of comfort and a level of like, oh, I'm good. Like, you know, I'm not judged. I'm not.
I watched the same documentary about the penguins. I didn't get the feeling you got.
I watched that same documentary, like, and then they laughed about it at the end. And then now he's about to go in and explain what he's saying.
I did not get the same feeling. You saw the penguin documentary and you were like, oh my God, these penguins are so sweet.
Yes.
That's what you got from that.
Yes.
I want to be a penguin when I grow up. That's what you thought to yourself.
Kinda, and I like penguins.
They wear nice suits.
Yes.
Tailor-made shit.
Exactly.
Tom Ford suits these
playing with
penguins
it, being goofy and all that, and then brings it back to a serious tone. I mean, the whole interaction just has like a roller coaster dynamic to it. He ain't just serious and no personality and boring, and he's not just funny and just always super goofy. It's both. It's like a roller coaster of an interaction. Bro.
I like it.
No, but
Look,
I just like the concept of monogamy.
I like the concept too, but it's a concept.
True.
You really believe that you don't need anyone else? You might like the idea of intimacy, and I don't want to tell you what you like. That's not what I mean. That's all I'm saying. But most people like the idea of intimacy. You like the idea of having someone you can trust. So when you're in a relationship with someone, you no longer become sexually attractive to anyone else.
Watch this.
Yeah.
You don't, or you do?
I don't.
So a sexy guy walks in the room and you don't notice it?
Well, I just don't care.
Not caring and not noticing are two different.
No, and there's a saying in German. It's gucken kann man draußen. Nee, Appetit holen kann man sich draußen. Gegessen wird zu Hause, which means you can get your appetite outside, but you eat at home.
What?
Get what I'm saying?
That sentence in German just sounded like a whole bunch of rubbish.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
See, that's what I believe in.
I live by a different set of rules. I live by the rules.
But catch this. He said, okay. She felt good about it. See, that's what I believe in. And then immediately after that said, I'm different. Yo, his way of handling the interaction and how he's conversating is so accepting. Like he's accepting of who she is and how she is and what she thinks. But also inserting, but here's who I am. So catch that. He immediately accepted it. And she was like, yeah. And then instantly it's about to shift it back into how he thinks and
I'm with you.
Taking it where he wants.
See, that's what I believe in.
I live by a different set of rules. I live by the rules what I want to make me happy. The things that I want to make me happy. No one person is enough to fulfill all the needs that you have. It's not realistic.
Okay.
That's not possible. I can't isolate the way I think about the world in that way. I can't isolate myself emotionally like that.
You can see her reaction. She's like, oh my God, I hate this. Women hate a man that is openly or tells the truth about, not wanting to be monogamous, which is why you dudes lie to her. But the funny part of me saying women hate when a man explains this, they still end up liking him anyway. Because they more than like him. They admire him. They respect him. Or some women would just say, you know what, that's not for me. Or, maybe you won't change. Maybe I could change and learn from you. Maybe I like you enough to try it out, etc. But when she respects you and admires you as the man, she may say, man, I ain't feeling that, but I'm feeling you. So we gonna see how this goes.
I need you and I need her, and she provides a difference.
But you ain't man enough to keep it real. You ain't gonna get no shit like that. You ain't gonna get her to compromise or change her.
She might inspire me, but she might make me emotive. Yeah.
You know what would fit to you? Like Mormons with sister wives.
Whoa.
They have like a few women.
I didn't say I wanted to be. I like the concept of monogamy too, but
it's hard for you to
in
do.
practice, it's not realistic.
Okay.
Why aren't you in a relationship? You believe in monogamy so much.
What do you mean? Is this an interview about me now?
Yes, it is. You didn't know? This is a setup.
This is the setup?
This is punked.
This is, oh my God, stop.
Your coworkers punked you. This is really a date.
Oh, this is actually a dating show?
Thank you so much. It's the Ghetto Lenny dating show. You're here with Ghetto Lenny. Good to see you. This afternoon on this dating episode, we're here with Kenyan supermodel
Stephanie Carl.
Now listen, the whole, playing with it's a date, it's this, it's that, flirting and just joking around, it just shows his personality. Like he like seductive, flirtatious, playful, charismatic, etc. And just not being afraid to just be bold enough to do some shit like that, and just add a new dynamic to their interaction.
Mic back. Thank you. What does ghetto mean for you?
Ghetto's ghetto.
Yeah, but you keep saying the ghetto Lenny. Usually ghetto is kind of in a negative sense. Yeah. Usually, but is it still negative for you?
Ghetto is those are the.
Again, one trying to pick his brain, see more how he thinks.
Negative.
Those are the things I come from.
Unless you know she's interested, curious. I'm not going to be bold enough. You know what I'm saying? Or she's interested in him. She wants to marry him and just suck his soul. I'm not saying all that, but how he thinks intrigues her. How he thinks interests her. How he thinks is unique to her, so she wants to know more. Now, how is this different from just this interview dynamic that they're having in a conversation? You could tell it's derailed from a sort of professional rap kind of topic. Like she's really just digging into who he is as a person and how he thinks. And this is just a conversation between two people, more so than an interview or like some radio formal kind of thing. I almost said a formality. But I said it to say you only bring that out of a woman when you how you think and how you express yourself makes her want to know you more. Now, if you want to see something like that, go watch my blind date. Go watch, certain conversations I have when I have these, whatever e-date interactions. I changed the whole. It's supposed to be me proving myself or earning the woman, and I go up there and have a conversation with her where she's going back and forth. She's like, okay, well, what's this? What's that? And trying to pick my brain because I've expressed myself and shown myself in a way that makes her say, well, I want to know more, or I'm curious to know this, etc. That's usually a good sign during a conversation.
From the hood. I come from the ghetto. So when I say Ghetto Lenny, it's a version of something that you understand to be sexy and opulent, but I'm kind of like a rougher version. You get it? It's a little more aggressive.
Okay, and is sexy for you also silk shirts, or is that just aesthetic?
Nice. Touch it.
Okay, I'm gonna touch it.
Look at him looking at her when she does this, bro. Oh my motherfucking God. Rather than explain this, right? It somehow went from ghetto to sexy. Is sexy silky shirts because he's wearing one, or is it something else?
So silk shirts, or is that just aesthetic?
Nice. Touch it.
You advise her, touch it. Tell her what to do.
Okay, I'm gonna touch it.
There's different textures of silk.
Yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't feel like
It's different. Silk isn't. It's like black people coming in only one color. That'd be crazy, wouldn't it? Or one texture. It's not possible. Yeah, it's silk.
A lot of shit just be flying over here.
Where do you get your inspiration for like your shirts? Because when I
all right, so that's the part I'm gonna stop here. I could react to this more on stream. You know what I'm saying? I'll be live on Twitch. I'm gonna make another video going in depth of like why it's important to lead the conversation and being creative about how you do that on Patreon. I got the link in the description. I love y'all, man. 250K pack on the way, baby. Dojo going to the moon to Saturn. We leaving the solar system. The links when you know we exist. I got a lot of good IRL stuff coming out soon. Like I'm gonna be doing I'm creating a Dooney van, so I'm upgrading and changing my car and stuff to that. So I'm gonna be vlogging that and bringing y'all through that whole process. Somebody just brought in some custom Air Force One shoes. If you've been on my social medias, then you know what I'm talking about. But so much going on, man. I love y'all. And we also just went back to school. I'm back in college now. So my schedule might look a little bit different. The videos might look a little bit different. And, we growing together, man. We achieving, we hustling, we doing all that, man. I love y'all.